What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel. Now you guys are probably wondering, what do we have, you guys are probably wondering, wait a minute Nash, what's going on, what's the title of the video about? What's going on? So, here's the thing, originally I was going to do, I was going to talk about the next YCS prize card that was going to be coming out, and the two new V-Jump promos that were going to be coming out as well. But unfortunately, that will not be the case, as we just got the October 2022 OCG ban list. Now, I do want to say that this is kind of interesting because we're still missing our ban list. You know, we're pretty much due for a ban list possibly next month for all we know. And with YCS Rio now in the record books, and with YCS Niagara Falls, I believe also in the record books, there's so many decks that need to get hit, and one of the biggest decks that needs to get hit, especially here in the TCG, is obviously the Sword Soul deck, the Fluendaris deck. Sky Strikers need to get hit again because apparently they're still viable. And of course, pretty much any deck with the name Adventurer in it, those decks need to get hit big time. And Mystic Mine, because for some reason, somebody thought it was cool to bring in Mystic Mine. It's not. It really isn't. It really isn't. It is a fucking cancer. Excuse me. So, without any further ado, let's get straight into it. If I had to predict what cards that could get banned, honestly, it's kind of hard to say. I probably would say one of the cards from the Adventure deck. ABCs could also get hit, because I know that the ABC deck is pretty viable in the OCG. I don't know, it's kind of hard to say, but if you guys enjoyed this ban list reveal and you guys want more in the future, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. And as always, make sure you guys follow me on all of my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. Let's get straight into it, guys. The October 2022 OCG ban list, and kicking things off with the cards that are banned, meaning you use them. You can't use them anymore. We have Wandering Griffin Rider and Union Carrier. Okay, so obviously ABC decks run this card. This basically sets up the Buster Lock, forces your opponent, basically locks your opponent out of the extra deck. So I'm not too surprised. I know that here in the TCG it's banned. Griffin Rider, I'm not surprised. It's practically a hand trap, and it's also a pretty nutty card. In fact, I wanna look up its effect. I know I've talked about it before, but I want to check it out. Wandering Griffin Rider. During the main phase, if you control no monsters or an adventurer token, you can special summon this card from your hand. When a card or effect is activated while you control an adventurer token, you can shuffle this card into the deck and negate the activation and destroy that card. So yeah, so it's basically a Solemn Judgment Cyber Dragon, which is just absolutely insane. Excuse me. It's just absolutely insane. So yeah, it's basically an Omni Negate. So yeah, I'm not too surprised on that one. And if you guys are wondering, I got this info. Shoutouts to Starbucks for the coffee, not sponsored. Not sponsored, just love coffee. Now for the cards that are limited, meaning you can no longer use them, and the cards that, or sorry, you can't use them, but they're at 1. Sorry. The cards that got limited to 1 are Swap Frog, Agito, Agito, the Ancient Sentry, Keldo, the Possessed Statue, Sprite Gen, Herald of the Orange Light, Yatagarasu, Primeval Planet, Perlino, Sprite, Starter, Floowandereeze, and the Magnificent Map, and Time Seal. Okay, so Swap Frog, obviously frog decks could be very annoying. So it doesn't surprise me that they would limit Swap Frog. Agito and Keldo are still, especially for us in the TCG, they're still relatively new. But what's interesting about these cards is that they're both they both can facilitate a board that makes your opponent just scoop really quickly. So I'm not too surprised on this one. Sprite Jet, I don't know what the hell's going on in the OCG. But I'm assuming that sprites are extremely busted in the OCG. Herald of Orange Light is just a house. It's a disruption for monsters. It's just absolutely insane. Yatagarasu and Time Seal, they do nothing. They practically do nothing in today's meta. So it doesn't really surprise me, honestly, that they would limit this card to 1 in these cards to 1 in the OCG, given the fact that they have limited to 1 for us here in the TCG. So I'm not surprised. Perlino, it is what it is. Sprite Starter, I believe that's basically the starter combo. The combo starter, sorry. Magnificent Map, Floowandereeze is just a house, so I'm not too surprised on that. Now for the cards that are semi-limited to 2, meaning you can use 2. We have ABC Dragon Buster, Double Iris Magician, Water Enchantress of the Temple, Tearlament Havness, Dimension Shifter, Family Knights of Torn Scales, and Lightning Storm. Okay, Lightning Storm, that's kind of an odd one. It's a Harpy's Feather Duster Raigeki. What's the problem? I don't see it. Torn Scales, it's a house. It's pretty busted, to say the very least. I think that's the one that gives you a spell, a PK spell to your hand, if I remember correctly. Dimension Shifter basically forces cards to get banished. Havness is just whatever. Water Enchantress basically is the card that gives you your adventure token. So it makes sense. Double Iris, I think, was banned in the OCG, so it doesn't surprise me that it would go up to 2. Dragon Buster is just absolutely nutty in the current format over in the OCG, so it doesn't really surprise me. But the cards that are now unlimited, meaning you can actually use 3, we have Gen X Ally Birdman, Danger Jackalope, Spiral Resort, Sky Striker Mecha Widow Anchor, and Magical Meltdown. So Magical Meltdown is a card that basically is for the Invoke decks, and I think the field spell gives you Alistair. If you don't have Alistair the Invoker in your hand, you can just search it out with Meltdown, and then you can just go ahead and normal summon Alistair, trigger its effect, get out the fusion spell Invocation, activate Invocation, go into your fusion plays, and you're pretty much just off to the races there, which is just absolutely insane. Widow Anchor, I believe is the Snatch Steal for the whole deck, which Sky Strikers are just a house. I don't know why. I honestly don't know what the hell Konami was thinking printing an archetype that makes your opponent scoop in like 2 seconds. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Spiral Resort. I don't know why this card is unbanned now, because Spiral Resort is a fucking nutty ass card. Let me see what it does. So go back to Nexus. Go to Deck Editor, and I'll choose Black Rose. I've been meaning to update that one for quite some time. Let's see. Spiral Resort. Your opponent cannot target other spiral cards you control with card effects. Once per turn, you can add a spiral monster from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, during your end phase, shuffle one monster from the grave into the deck or destroy this card. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So this basically just ensures that you don't deck out. Basically, it's a way to extend to a point where where your opponent does scoop. That is pretty nuts, I must admit. But as far as Danger Jackalope, I think Jackalope is kind of a nutty card, actually. Let's see. Reveal this card in your hand. Your opponent randomly chooses one from your entire hand that you can discard the chosen card. If the discarded card was not Danger Jackalope, special summon it from your hand. And if you do, draw a card. If this card is discarded, you can special summon a Danger monster from your deck in defense except this card. You can only use this effect once per turn. Okay, so I figure so basically Jackalope just gives you another body on board, and it just helps it basically just helps facilitate a board where you have no choice but to scoop, basically. Or I guess rather your opponent in any way. But Gen X Ally Birdman, you can return a face-up monster you control to the hand, special summon this card from your hand, but banish it when it leaves the field, and it gains 500 attack if the return monster was wind on the field. I think the only obviously when you have effects that says banish the card when it leaves the field, obviously the only way to bypass it is to use the monster as material, and use the monster as material for an Xyz summon. And there's quite a few rank 3s in the format. There's quite a few. I mean, you've got number 30 Acid Golem of Destruction. You got number 51 Finisher the Strong Arm, which it's an okay card. It's an okay card. You've got Gear Gigant XG, Virtual World Dragon, Long, Brotherhood of the Fire Fist, Lion Emperor, Battle Cruiser Dianthus, which is a card from Number Hunters, Chronomaly Crystal Chrononaut, Black Ray Lancer, Assure King, which is one of the new ones that's being released, I think, in Darkwing Blast, if I remember correctly. Number 47, Nightmare Shark, Granosaurus, Break Sword, Mirage Stalio, number 17, Totem Bird, Constellar Hyades, excuse me, Submersible Carrier Arrow Shark, Triple D Stone King Darius, Super Quantum Mech Beast Grampulse, Soul of Silver Mountain, Shark Caesar, number 20 Giga Brilliant, which is a pretty crazy card. Ghost Trick Alucard, Leviair the Sea Dragon, which basically lets you summon a level 4 lower monster that was banished, which is pretty nuts. Triad Levia, Lavalval Ignis, Digital Bugs, Scariator, Mech-equipped Engineer, Cyber's Reminder, number 48 Shadow Lich, Temtempo the Percussion Djinn, Melia of the Forest, Mermail, Abyss Strike, Gargonic Guardian. I would say MX Saber Invoker, but Invoker is banned. You could also go into Chaos number 65, King Overfiend, but you need Darks for that one. Wind Up Zen Mines, Wind Up Carrier Zen Mighty, which is banned which the card is banned for a reason. Musa Rhythm the String Djinn, Melody the Brass Djinn, Giant Soldier of Steel, number 3 Cicada King, Humming the Key Djinn, number 75 Bamboozling Gossip Shadow, Dante Travel of the Burning Abyss, Virtual World Shell Jaja, Chaos number 96 Dark Storm, but again you would need Darks for that one. Ray Raptor Fiend Eagle, but you would need Ray Raptors for that one. Number 26 Spaceway Octa Bypass, Materiactor Gigaboros, which I think I talked about, which I've talked about them before on the channel. Number 49 Fortune Tune, number 34 Terabyte, number 71 Rebarian Shark. I think Battle Boxer Cheat Commissioner, Chaos number 43 High Manipulator Chaos, but you would need Darks for that one. So it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy, but you basically get to bypass the banishing effect just by using the monster as material. But honestly, this list, I don't know what to expect with our upcoming TCG ban list. I don't even know if or when we're gonna get it, but I don't know. I think honestly, Sword Soul is still gonna be a pretty busted deck in the OCG, but if the TCG does not touch Sword Soul or Mystic Mind, I think the whole community is just gonna riot the fuck out, and they may never play Yu-Gi-Oh again unless those cards get banned, which is a possibility, or they get limited to one. But with Mystic Mind, it really wouldn't matter because you have cards like Jar of Avarice, which is still in the format where you can take Mystic Mind and 4 of the cards, shuffle it into the deck and draw a card, which is pretty nutty. But yeah, if they don't touch those decks, I'm pretty sure the whole game is just gonna plummet. But that brings me to the question of the day. What are your guys' thoughts on the current OCG ban list, and what cards do you guys want to see get banned in the TCG ban list? Let me know down in the comments below. And that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more ban list reveals in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.